Hey folks, Matt Ward back with you on my train journey. Thanks for tuning in. I greatly appreciate it, and thanks again for all the help I've received from a number of YouTube fans and comments. They've all been very helpful, and I'm moving along with my layout. So just wanted to show you a brief update real quick. I'm going to take you over here to the factory area, show you the silos that I purchased at the train show. And I just duct taped this together just to see the height real quick, to see if I was going to like the height. I think I do, so I think I'm going to go ahead and put that together and come up with the, and finish out the factory, or at least the silo area. I do need to kind of build a factory off in this area. So I'm down in through here, get a trucking depot, and that's where all the chocolate will be pushed out. As those of you who are just picking up on the YouTube channel, I am modeling Hershey, Pennsylvania, which is my hometown. So I wanted to show you that. I did get an inlet there, a mountain, I don't even know what you call that, arch. I got one for the other side for the exit, so that's great. Very happy with that. Now, for those of you who have never been to Hershey, Pennsylvania, I highly recommend it. It's a great place to go, certainly a tourist town. A lot of the great things to do for kids. There's a lot to learn about how they make chocolate, and there's Hershey Park and Indian Echo Caverns, and a lot of great things. But one of the iconic things in Hershey is these bushes that are in front of the factory. As you go down Chocolate Avenue, they say Hershey Cocoa. And I've been wanting to model that as part of my layout all along. So when you come down into the basement and you come down in the layout area, it's kind of welcoming you. It's kind of like a welcome in a lot of towns where they'll do it in stone or bushes or whatever. In Hershey, they do them with these bushes, and I did some research and found out that they are barberry bushes. So I was able to find some barberry hedges at Scenic Express online, which is scenicexpress.com. And when I got them, I thought I was buying HO. When I got them, they said O scale. Contacted the company, and they certainly were willing to exchange them. I guess it was my fault. They didn't say O scale on the website, and neither did the smaller ones say HO or N. But they had some sizes. So I tried these height-wise, and I did cut some up and try some different things. I've saved these because I feel like they can be used for bushes around a house and whatnot. But with the craftiness of my girlfriend, Lisa, who is amazing, we have come up with this. So there's the Hershey Cocoa bushes. Now, if you do any research and you look these up online, you'll see that they light them up at Christmas. Aha! That's what I'm going to do. So I've been doing some research about LED lighting. Did try some Christmas lights. And the Christmas lights, I put holes in the back. The Christmas lights were just too big. They were kind of warm. And in addition to that, they didn't really light up the bush like I wanted them to. So I've looked into tape lights, and I'm willing to accept any and all ideas on that. As far as how I can light this, I was thinking with tape lights, I could, route this out with my Dremel, put some tape lights in here. But when you stand the tape light up, the light is only on one side. I certainly could just push it on the outside, so to speak. But I am very open to ideas on how to achieve lighting these up, so that I don't ruin the bush look when the lights aren't on, but then also have them glowing. And I'll try and show you a photo of that as well. I did tack down the ones that curve so these don't move, and I think I kind of like them. I tacked them down with some nails, and I need to glue them. Figure out what I'm going to do here, but I got to figure out the lighting situation before I go putting these down. I don't want to have to light them from underneath, and I want to figure all that out first. So I'm really excited about that. Another thing that happens when you come to and from Hershey is you get these billboard signs, "Welcome to Hershey, thanks for coming to Hershey." So I picked up at the train show that brisk sign, and I may leave that, I haven't decided. But ultimately the back is blank, so I can do whatever I want on that. I'm looking forward to figuring out how to put the Hershey sign on that. I don't know if there's a paper, you just do paper and glue it, so I'm open to ideas on that as well. I recently picked up some buildings on eBay. Been pretty active on eBay lately, and so you can see some of the buildings here, and got a fire station. So I've got 4. I've got some more on the way, and just trying to figure out what I want. I need to do some cleanup, certainly, put some doors back on that came off, and glass, and figure out what I want to make all these stores. Here you'll see a sample of the extra hedge. This is trimmed down, so you can see it's a little bit smaller. I cut some of the bottom off of it and then put it up against the building so you could see sort of the height. Now, certainly, if I wanted the full piece there, it looks a little too big, but it might work depending on how far. I think what I've kind of decided is if I'm going to put it up close to the building, I'll cut it down, or a house, I'll cut it down some, and if it's further away, I can kind of keep it the way it is. So, turned out to work out, I guess. So, another question for you. I've got a couple Hershey trucks here. This one I had in a display cabinet for a long time, and I see that they sell them on eBay. They're listed as HO. I don't know if they really are. There's been some talk. I've seen some listing as 187th, 186. So I don't know what the real story on that is. But at the show, I paid $8 for this Hershey cab. It's all metal. It's die cast. It says on the bottom, it's a Hartoy Inc. 1988, made in China. It was listed as HO. Put these two together. Something look a little wrong there to you? This brown metal one is smaller than this plastic one. The wheels are smaller. The cab is smaller. The doors are smaller. Everything is smaller. What's the deal? What gives? Which one is HO? I have no idea. I don't even know how to begin. If I start measuring that, I'm not very good with numbers, so my brain's going to blow up. I mean, I can do math. That's no problem. It's just that I start looking at the numbers and I get cross-eyed. I can program anything you want on the web, but when it comes to numbers, not so much. So, I could use your help with that. What's the real deal? If I'm going to buy more trucks, I got to get the right size, and I got to make sure I get the right size. When I line these up in front of the firehouse, this truck appears to be too big for the firehouse. I guess that's pretty typical. This one looks like it might fit. What's the story? So, any help you could give me would be great. Another very iconic thing that happens in Hershey, if you haven't ever been there or don't know, are the streetlights. The streetlights are very, very different. Most of the town has standard streetlights, but downtown Hershey has streetlights that are wrapped and unwrapped Hershey Kisses, every other one. Very iconic thing. You can Google it. You'll see. Just Google Hershey Kiss streetlight, Hershey streetlights. You'll see all the images. So I've been trying to figure out how I'm going to do that. Went to Michael's yesterday with my girlfriend Lisa, and we got some modeling clay, made some Hershey Kisses, baked them, painted them, hollowed them out, and wrapped one in tinfoil. This is what you got. So, these are 3 different sizes, because obviously it's hard to get them a perfect size. We have decided that we tend to like this smaller one a little bit better. And we wrapped the other one because it's wrapped in, rather than paint it in silver, it was just easier to wrap it. You'll see that there's white clay on the inside there. And of course we need to do the paper banner because it's metal in Hershey, but we're trying this as an option, which is the clay, and then we'll write in a fine point Sharpie Hershey on there, or we can put a decal if that's possible. Ideas are great. We'll put a piece of metal on that and then stick it in the top of the. It only goes in the top of the unwrapped ones. It doesn't go in the ones we painted. The unwrapped ones don't have the paper in them. So I'm really excited about that. I've ordered some metal tubing to try and get this to, light fixture status. But in general, it's kind of like, it's hard to show you, I guess, but I'll show you from the bottom. So it'd be kind of there, and of course the hole would be on the side if I don't break it first. So I'm really excited about that. We are going to be making some more of those today, and am looking forward to getting 15 or 20 of those around the layout, all lighted. I'm going to head off and get an LED and I think it's a resistor, and then try and test what an LED light will look like inside of that Hershey Kiss street light. So excited about that. As I mentioned before, I picked up some cows and also some under construction homes for my Amish village, which is going to be over here. I'm thinking more about putting a supermarket in here. And oh, by the way, the main street's going to change. I'm going to show you that in just 1 second. Still got this, and then my whitewater rafting area, which will be my water area, will be down in here. And I'm going to duck under the layout here and show you some brief changes I've made. Alright, and we're back up here. Great. So we've got some brief changes that I made to expand the layout. I was a little concerned I was almost getting in too tight, trying to do too much scenery. So, first thing I want to show you is some rafting boats I picked up. Very excited about these. These are not rafting boats that are going to go down the water, because they don't have people in them, and everywhere I've looked, they don't sell people. However, there is one boat that comes with 3 people in it with life jackets on and everything, so I'm going to buy those for the actual rafting part. These are going to be the people waiting to go down. We'll get it from this angle so you can see without the glare. So the water will come down theoretically from the mountain area here, flow this way down this lip, and the rafting will occur down through here. Then we're going to do a camping area over here. We'll fence all this off as well, so it'll kind of be secluded. And then we'll have all kinds of terrain over here where people are carrying these boats up to the top, because that's typically what happens when you raft. If you haven't rafted, you got to go rafting. I've done it a number of times. So expandability. As I mentioned before, I am going to be doing the follow car system. With this layout, there's no place for a car over here at all, and none on this side. There's really no place over here because I have all my trains. If I'm going to put my factory here, it's going to be tough. And what limitations do I have over there? So all I would have is a follow car system basically going down here, which would be Main Street. So Lisa came up with an awesome idea, which is why I keep her around, which was to just go across the middle. And I'm thinking, great, how the heck am I going to do that? So I had let's see if I can stabilize the camera here just for a second. I had a 2x4 board in the garage that I had bought when I thought about doing this whole thing in plywood. I put a couple braces on, and there you have it. I am so stoked because this totally expands my layout by an additional 2 feet. But now I've decided this is where I'm going to put Main Street. So if we come in like this, as an example, oops, I'll go that way so you can see it. And then we take this one, and we put it over here. And we take this one, and we put it over here. And then this one comes down, and he goes here. So what I've decided to do, with Lisa's help, is run the follow car system in a loop pattern. Across here, down past the factory, up that way, and back around. So it'll just continuously go in a really cool loop. Then we'll have all of downtown here. This is a little wide, so we're thinking bring it in just a hair. But also, we could even put one street on this side, one street on that side, and a really cool, nice median in the middle where we could create that. Hershey doesn't have that, but as an example, Keene, New Hampshire has a really nice median that's beautified, and there's a lot of foliage and plants and etc. downtown. So really excited about that. So when you have the layout, even if you just come to a regular space, call it, and do it like this. So you can kind of get that downtown effect, right? Go over it a little bit for you here. But when you're looking at it, you can kind of see it. Let me go back out so you can. The only problem is you gotta duck underneath the table here. But this way, you've got a whole downtown, and I can do sidewalks. I saw a really cool profile view at the train show of somebody that had done their town main street, so that when you looked from the edge of the board, you could kind of see right downtown. I think if I can make this go like that, that would be really awesome, you know. Streetlights, sidewalks, you know, even if I have another street that goes down the middle here, I put some buildings here and I have an intersection there, and you can see the whole thing, and you can maybe even see it from this angle too, where the follow car system will be working. I'm telling you, I'm putting like a supermarket over here, maybe a little parking area so the cars can pull in and park and then pull out. So some really cool stuff I got going on here. So I'm really excited about the expansion, and I'm definitely excited about the opportunity to get the follow car system really integrated. Love the bushes, really excited about that, and definitely the fact that we figured out these street lights. Now I just got to figure out the lighting on them, and I'm good to go. So that's an update for today. Leave your comments, I greatly appreciate it. Any help you could give, as always, I'm very thankful for that, as I'm continuing to learn a lot. So looking forward to chatting with you folks soon. Thanks for all the help. Have a great day, and enjoy the Super Bowl. Thanks.